Good morning. I'm sorry I can't be with you at the NextGen conference. My name is Ed Vaizey. I'm the Minister for Culture and the Digital Economy. I'm very pleased that you're having the conference in Derby. I was up there just a couple of weeks ago, and I gather this main bit of the conference is happening in the site of the world's first ever factory. So there's a wonderful poignancy in a way that you are on the site, as it were, of the beginning of the Industrial Revolution to talk about the digital revolution that is now underway in the UK and, of course, all over the world. And as well as seeing Derby's great heritage when I was up, I also saw what Derby is doing to embrace the future, visiting one of its business centres which has 1 gigabit broadband, seeing some of the companies, including some that have bases in London, now thriving in Derby because of the huge connectivity they can get. And it just shows that a good, strong digital infrastructure with a council that is firmly behind it and on board can make a real difference to the business community. We know that Derby faces some challenges, but hopefully this kind of innovation will see Derby going forward into the future very confidently. As you know, I'm in charge of the rural broadband rollout, which is going very well, despite what you might occasionally read in the papers or read on the odd blog. We've passed more than 1 million homes, and we're passing around 40,000 homes every single week. We'll soon reach key milestones of 1.5 million and 2 million homes, and the rollout is proceeding apace. What we found is that once contracts have been signed, once we've got Openreach on the ground doing the rollout, then things tend to pick up pace, and many of the projects are actually ahead of schedule. So that is good news story number one as far as I'm concerned. Good news story number two is that we found extra money to add to our pot to go further than the 90% target we originally envisaged. We're now in the process of signing those contracts to ensure that by 2017 the whole country will benefit from superfast broadband to the level of about 95% of premises taken as a whole. And of course, as you know, we've also got pilot projects underway to look at new technology that can really deliver cost-effective solutions to the very hardest to reach premises. I don't think it's any secret that our ambition is to make sure that every part of this country has superfast broadband, and we want to achieve that hopefully by the end of the decade. So we're very ambitious because we see the huge benefits that fibre and superfast broadband can bring to individuals, citizens and to businesses. And of course, we've got the mobile rollout of 4G. We've got the fastest rollout anywhere in the world, the fastest take-up anywhere in the world. Something like 6 million UK citizens now have 4G contracts, and something like 3/4 of the country is now being covered by 4G by one or other of the operators. We've also issued a consultation to really try and tackle the problem we have of partial not spots. Again, we want people to have ubiquitous mobile phone coverage. The mobile phone is no longer, and hasn't been for quite a long while, just a luxury. It's become an essential item for all of us. So we want to ensure that people get as good coverage as possible. As if that wasn't enough, we're looking to the future. We have invested money with universities in 5G research. We want the UK to be at the cutting edge of the new 5G technology as it comes on stream. And we've also announced our ambition to make the UK one of the best places in the world to do business in the Internet of Things. And you'll shortly see the publication of Mark Walport, the Government Chief Scientist's report on the Internet of Things. I think one important point to make, although it often sounds a bit trite, is that government talking about these things and saying it wants to make the UK a world centre for them is in and of itself important. It signals to the world that if you're interested in these new technologies, the UK is one of those places where you may want to invest your R&D. But we are putting real money behind that research as well, and we're also looking at things like standards. I know that you're also going to be talking about smart cities later in the conference as well, and I'm very pleased now to be the co-chair of the Smart Cities Forum and to work with Greg Clark to look at how technology can potentially transform the quality of life in our cities. I know also you'll be interviewing my official Mark Swarbrick, I think tomorrow. Mark has done an outstanding job in putting together our digital communications infrastructure strategy. We consulted on that over the summer, and again over the next couple of months we'll be publishing our conclusions based on the widespread feedback we've got from people like the people who are attending this conference. So this is a very, very exciting time to be involved in digital policy, if you like. It sounds a bit odd to say that because obviously digital pervades now pretty much everything we do. But in terms of building the infrastructure we need for a digital economy, that work is well underway, both building the physical infrastructure now, but looking to the future, to the new technologies that are coming on stream very rapidly. Building our skills base is something else that we're very strongly involved in, ensuring that we can get the apprenticeships and degree courses we need for people to have the skills to work in these industries. And of course, encouraging investment with Tech City UK and now Tech North as well, highlighting the fantastic clusters of digital companies we have all over the UK, looking at ways we can encourage investment in them. So thanks very much for listening to this video. I apologise again for not being able to be with you, and I hope you have a thoroughly enjoyable conference.